Have you ever thought to yourself, hey, I'm a PS1 controller, I'm really cool, and everyone loves me, and then, like, the sudden realization of mediocrity sets in? Well, that's where this guy comes in. This is the Defender PS1, and also, by extension, PlayStation 2 and PlayStation 3 wireless controller. This guy's relatively new. I got him because I am a big fan of retro fighters. They make decent controllers. I only picked it up because I was really in love with this controller. It's from my friend Austin. He sent me that giant stack of PlayStation 1 games, and I really wanted to be able to save this controller, but if you remember on another video, I was talking about all the PS1 games, and I tried the controller out, and it just was not working, so I thought to myself, hey, instead of just trying to buy a crappy third-party PS2 controller or PS1 controller to make up for the one I don't have, why not just go with this? As I mentioned, I've bought from Retro Fighters before. I think they make very good quality third-party controllers. This one right here is their N64 variant, which, I mean, I don't know about you, but without a third leg, it doesn't really scream N64. I mean, sure, the button layout is pretty similar, but I mean, it's just missing something. But thankfully, the Defender feels actually pretty good, all things considered. When stacked right up next to the PS1, like the base PS1 controller, sure, it doesn't use the arrows, it uses a full D-pad, but it's got start select. Doesn't have an analog button, but that's fine. Thumbsticks seem to be pretty similar in the same place. Well, I think it's really more akin to the Switch Pro controller. Like, you can see that there's a lot of similarities in the two. They clearly went based off a Pro controller design. They just moved the thumbstick layout. Actually, ironically, that is entirely the difference here. They moved the thumbstick layout. The hips, the grip, everything is the same. It may be just a little smaller, but I really don't mind it. It honestly handles pretty well too. I feel like after some testing, I really enjoy it a lot more than the N64 controller. This guy's got some he's got some harsh corners here. Defender, smooth. Nice and smooth, easy to hold. All the buttons are in nice locations. As I mentioned, it's compatible with a lot of different things. So far, I've only used it on the PS1, which I guess I should say PS1 on my PS2. One thing that I think is really cool about a lot of what Retro Fighters does is it's not just a regular like Wi-Fi dongle or like Bluetooth dongle or something like that. It's actually, each dongle is meant to replicate the original controller port. The one I've got here is for the PlayStation 1, PlayStation 2. The one for the N64 fits right into the N64 port. It's actually a really neat concept. And the nice part is, based off my setup, where I don't have any of my consoles right by my desk, it's nice to have that wirelessness. No one steps on a cord. The cat can't chew on anything. Doesn't... I don't know, man. Like, the controller just doesn't feel like it's going to break if the cat knocks it off. Yeah, I mean, overall, like, this is a weird bit of a rambling video, I know, comparing... Yeah, but, like, look at these. I don't know. There could be worse third-party controllers. I could be using a Mad Catz. I may be crazy, but I'm not that crazy. If you're looking for a controller to fit into your PlayStation 1, PlayStation 2 setup, because you've got one like me that just kind of doesn't work as well anymore, Retro Fighters is not a bad choice. It gets the job done.